Yo, 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 yo. What up? All right. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is it all fucked up? Or are we good? Are we good? Let me know. Last time we had some technical issues. I've made some changes because I care about you. And, well, I want to do the live streams. But, yeah. So I upgraded the internet. Even I don't think I needed to. I already had 1 gig. I upgraded it to 2. But then I got an extender up here and I connected that to the router with a coax cable, and then I connected this laptop with an Ethernet cable. So if it's fucking laggy, it ain't me. It ain't me. Anyway, let me know if we have any issues, but hopefully we're cruising with that internet. Yeah, I was getting like shitty upload speeds. That was my problem. So right now I'm at, oh yeah, we're cooking with gas, baby. We're cooking with gas. Sorry, I want to make sure we get this figured out here. Check this out. Google Chrome would like to record this computer's screen and audio. I don't know. I don't want you to record the screen and audio. What the fuck? All right. Anyway, look at this shit right here, dude. Oh, see, look, that's the thing though. It jumps around. So like it was at 1500 a second ago, and then now it's at 300. As soon as I pulled it out of my pants, it shrunk. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes sometimes. But this is still fine. My upload speed was like jumping from like 30 to 60 before. I don't know why. I've always had no issue with yeah, see, like look at this. I don't understand why it jumps around like that. But anyway, I think we're good to go now. So I'm gonna not worry about it anymore. What's going on with you guys? Schrodinger's internet. I'm gonna be lurking. I'm grinding on a game. Tegan Knives. What are you grinding on, dude? What you be grinding on? I haven't played a game like that in so long. I'm jealous, dude. No, I'm not jealous because I love my kids more than I love video games. But that's obviously why I can't play games anymore. I can't even wipe my ass, dude. Let alone play video games. Let me delete some of these links. Don't need that. I'll leave this one up. So that QR code up here, guys, that's going to link you to the Divo mugs, our USA-made mugs from Deneen Pottery. They're really nice. We have, I don't know what we have left, like 5 maybe total. And then they're gone. I kind of want to do more, like different designs and stuff. They're just kind of fun. I really like the mugs. Like I use them all the time. But we're almost out of them. So if you've been waiting on it, or it's maybe a good Christmas gift for somebody, or like, hey, if there's any girlfriends or wives hanging out in the background doing stuff and wondering why your husband or boyfriend's watching fucking a retard on camera right now, get them a mug for Christmas. You're welcome. Get them a mug right here. Just walk over from the kitchen or wherever you are. That wasn't sexist. I'm just saying. Scan that code right there and buy yourself a mug. You get yourself one too. You're allowed. I'll allow it. All right, I'll leave that up. I'll leave that up for you. I'm sure I just sold like 10 of them. Let's see. Jump. Oh, let's see if this works. Hey, are you working? Oh, add effects using hand gestures. Yeah, I want that shit. Hold on, I gotta turn it on. There it is, baby. There it is, baby. I got a new MacBook too. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. That was the other thing I did. I upgraded my MacBook because I thought maybe the MacBook's the problem. Like maybe I had reached the limits on it. I found out that the last time I upgraded it, I just upgraded the storage, and I'm not an expert on computers. I needed more memory, and I got more storage, which I needed, but I also needed more memory. I had 8 gigs, and then when I upgraded in like 22 or 23, I think it was 23, I bought. I went from 256 gig up to 512, but I stayed at 8 gigs of RAM. And I think that's where I made the mistake. So this time I got 24 gigs and I got the pro chip. I just spend a little bit more, but I'm assuming it's going to last. I probably future proofed it for maybe, at least 5 years. So that's kind of my thinking there. Buy the mug and then get back in the kitchen. Yeah, and get back in that laundry room. I'm just kidding. My wife doesn't do my laundry. I do my own laundry. She does cook, though. God bless her. We'd be screwed if she didn't, though, because I just don't cook. I'm not good at it either. So, Borderlands 1 and 2 are my top 5 favorite games of all time. I never really got into Borderlands. My brother-in-law was playing it the other week. We went over there, and I watched them play it for like 5 minutes, and it looked cool. It was like an open world one. It was a new one. I know. Back in the day, I definitely could have got into that. So the last games that I played, what did you call it? What did he say he was doing? He was nerding out. Borderlands 4, is that what he's talking about? I can't remember what he said. Grinding. He was grinding. Hey man, you should check out Grinder. It's probably a good app for you. If you've never heard of it, check it out. That's what that word reminds me of every time. Anyway, the last game I grinded on was probably Zelda Breath of the Wild, because during COVID, I got laid off for like a month, and then I got my job back. Or I wasn't laid off, I was furloughed or whatever, that bullshit. And this was like before I had a channel, I think. Yeah. And I played, my brother let me borrow his Switch, and I played Mario Galaxy, and then I played Zelda, and I fucking crushed Zelda, dude. I played the shit out of that. Excuse me. I had to have a couple 100 hours on that easy. I beat that fucker. Such a good game, dude. I wish I could play the new Breath of the Wild or whatever. Yeah, it's hard to explain how good that game is. And then Fallout 4, I absolutely grinded the shit out of Fallout 4. Like, I beat that game left and right. Found every goddamn thing I could find. I built like 18,000 settlements. Like, I had fucking skyscrapers in the settlements. It was crazy. I had like, how you can like, what do they call it? When you like, you come up with ways to like make materials for games. You know what I'm talking about. But Fallout 4, and then my favorite game of all time, hands down, is The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. That shit was fucking epic. Anyway, I've basically been glad that they keep pushing back GTA 6, because I don't know how I would play it and I feel like that's the one game that would get me back into it. Like, I feel like I would legitimately buy whatever system I needed to play GTA 6, you know? But the thing about GTAs that pissed me off, like 4 and 5, they're great games, but I feel like they just don't have as much, like, they're not as deep as games like Fallout and Witcher and Zelda. Like, you beat them too fast. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 was another one I fucking like. I tried to 100% that bitch. I tried to prestige that shit. World War II, Call of Duty was sick too. I'm not a big fan of. Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! Tax write-off for sure. I'll talk to my accountant. He's a knife guy. Fucking best goddamn accountant in the world. Let's see. All right, I'll stop talking about old video games. You guys probably think I'm like some geezer talking about Fallout 4. I could tell you do your own laundry. Yeah, you can't. You could tell because they're fucking wrinkled everywhere. Dude, I used an iron for the first time in 10 years the other day. I just finally was like, all right, I should probably iron these pants. They're like, the washing machine isn't de-wrinkling them anymore. What the fuck? Usually you can wash it, dry it, and if you get it out of the dryer fast enough and fold it, you're good. But, with the kids and work and all the shit going on, my shit ends up in the dryer for like 2 days sometimes. I fucking love Zelda 2. I beat every single Zelda game that's in the main line. Dude, the only one I ever played was Breath of the Wild. I never gave a shit about Zelda. My brother was like, you got to try it, because he had it when I borrowed the Switch. I wanted to play Mario. Wait, what do you guys call it? Mario or Mario? I think I always say it wrong. But I think it's Mario, right? Super Mario Brothers. I think I say Mario. I don't fucking know. But yeah, he was like, you gotta try it. And I was like, fucking Zelda. Gay little elf with his green hoodie and shit. But yeah, I tried it and was like, damn. That was the best. Yep. Fallout 4 was sick, dude. Same as Breath of Okay. Dude, if it was more of Breath of the Wild, I'm down. That's not you kind of made that sound like a negative. I don't know. Witcher 3, one of the few games I actually finished in many years. Dude, I fucking destroyed that game. I'm pretty sure I bought all the expansion packs, which, those are never as good, but I did them all. Same with Red Dead Redemption 2. I found every fucking speck on that goddamn map. I did every side quest. Like, I'd have to fucking try to hunt people down at the right time of day in the right place so I could talk to them and shit. And most of the side things honestly weren't that great, but I don't know. There's just something about being a fucking cowboy and running around the countryside, You haven't played Witcher 3 yet. Dude, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you like Zelda and you like Fallout, I see no reason you wouldn't fall in love with Witcher 3. Literally the best game ever. I love the lore though. Like I'm a history buff. That's actually what I went to school for. Just so you know. Probably makes sense, right? Because you can't do anything with it. Not that it's actually historically accurate, but it feels like a medieval type deal. The TV show is actually really good on Netflix. That's like one of the only shows that I've watched lately. I don't watch a lot of TV. If I watch anything, it's like, I catch YouTube videos on gun shit lately. That's about it. But The Witcher was really good. And they switched They switched out fucking Superman with Thor. So I forget his name, but the dude who played Superman in Man of Steel was the Witcher. And then all of a sudden this season, Thor was Witcher. I gotta say, it was one of the better switch outs I've ever seen. Usually it's a total bomb, you know. It will be both, and it's coming GTA 6. What's both? What does that mean? It will be both. It will be both, and it's coming GTA 6. I don't know what that means. Dude, they've said GTA 6 was coming for how many years now? GTA 5 came out in was it 2013 or 2009? I don't remember. It was one of the two. It's been fucking like almost 2 decades since that game came out, I feel like. Unbelievable how long it takes. I mean, it better be absolutely incredible at this point. I'm sure it will be, but who you call old? I was calling myself old. Why is this shit red right here? I swear it used to be blue. Is Bees fucking with my shit? Yeah, he's fucking with my shit. Oh, Bees? Oh, I guess we have different presets. Hey, look at this. I got a pink one. You like that shit? I like the pink. I kind of like the circular shit too. That looked cool. How do you do this? Classic. So there's the classic. Oh, I guess because it's really big. I don't know. We could leave it for now. We'll see. Show display name, so I can turn that off. Did that take away your... Oh, okay. I see. That's just for me. Use the default theme font. Oh, you could change the font? Fuck yes, dude. You'd think I would know some of this stuff, but... you know, I've only been doing this for 5 years. You got any of my favorite fonts? Hey, look at this rock salt. Excuse me. Problem is you can't fucking read any of them. Now I got to figure out what the standard one was to go back. They have one called Sanchez. I want that Sanchez font. It won't let me select this one for some reason. At the bottom. Oh, maybe there's like a set number of times you can change it. I don't know. It keeps saying, fuck you. You can't do it. I kind of like this one. That one or the Boogaloo. Yeah, that's my shit right there, Boogaloo. So I can also change the camera shit too. Let's see. Rounded corners. Do a circle. Oh, you fucking kidding me? You could do a wide camera? What the fuck? All right. Sorry, guys. I got a little carried away there. I was seeing Alien in the theater before you were born, Grasshopper. Nice. Oh yeah, if anybody is interested in picking up a saloon, I think a couple of the dealers have theirs out. We're gonna do the drop on the saloon on January 8th. So if you're waiting for that model, some people have been waiting for it, or if you don't know about it, check out my video on the saloon. I don't have him yet. Colin is the one doing all the QC and shipping on those. So he's going to send me one of each version next week, and I'll start doing videos and stuff. But those are going to drop on the 8th of January. We needed to spread things out a little bit because next week on Thursday, the Lush V2 is dropping. So if you've been waiting for the Lush V2, it's dropping. and I'm really excited about it. I should have those like tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. Austin sent me one of each version in Lefty. We did Lefties. We just ordered 5 each of the five. How do I say this right? We ordered 5 each of every version in Lefty, and then there's 50 in Righty. So we have 6 versions, 50 of each, and then 5 each in Lefty if you're left-handed. Well, technically 4 because I'm going to have 1 of each. This is the Lush. This is the V1 that we did. Concept OEM, wire clip. I think it's S90V. Yep, S90V. This one has custom scales, so ignore that. This is a Nathan's Knives made these for me. It's some kind of purple elderwood. It's gorgeous. So this is the V1 I kept. Great knife. And these were $199. I think we had them at $199. So this time we're using Riot. So this will be our first Riot OEM knife. And we did Vanex Super Clean. So it's going to be Vanex. It's going to be titanium. It's going to be either inlays or full tie. We have frame lock versions. So for you guys who want the frame locks, we have that. It's got a really cool saw cut milling on it. And then it has an internally mounted milled pocket clip. So a lot of people ask for a milled clip instead of the wire clip. So we upgraded a bunch of shit. We didn't fix it, but we improved the flipper tab. It comes up a little bit more. It's sort of like a combination of the binge tab and the lush tab. So like imagine these 2 tabs had a baby. That's what the Lush V2 looks like, okay? I absolutely love the prototypes. We only made minor, hopefully, improvements on the final production. Austin says they're awesome, so I should have them next week. The price point is going to be between $275 and $285, depending on the version that you pick. We have 6 versions ranging from bronze tie, frame lock, to DLC belt satin with camo carbon. We have a crystallized tie version, I think, with hand satin. We have another DLC version. We have an acid wash version with denim micarta, like real denim micarta, really nice denim micarta. I actually bought a whole sheet of it. They cut it up into 12 by 12 squares. It's over behind that box over there. So we really like that shit. I got the supplier. It's USA made micarta, and we're sending some to Kubi to do on a different knife. I think the small boy. But anyway, so it's $275 to $285 depending on the version. And then you can use Lefty 10, or if you prefer somebody else's affiliate code, you can use their code. But if you use Lefty 10, it'll take 10% off. So, I mean, a Riot made knife with Vanex Super Clean, camo carbon, crystallized tie, DLC, whatever, you're going to be paying like right around $250 with the discount code out the door. And this is one of the things that I wanted to prove by using Riot, is that a lot of people think that Riot is as expensive or more expensive than Best Tech, and they are absolutely not in the same ballpark as Best Tech. I'm pretty sure Best Tech just uses Riot and adds 30%, and that's where the pricing comes from. I'm not sure about that, but like their quality is similar. Best Tech does a great job, but when we did the Stout V2, with Best Tech, same materials, right? Vanex Super Clean, carbon inlays, titanium handle, milled titanium handle, milled pocket clip. Yeah, we had the like fancy pouch thing, but it's a pouch. And with the cost of those, we had to charge $375. You know, fuck. What now? You're freezing, dude. I was in the middle of an epic fucking rant over here. Hang on, let me. Um, bup, bup. I'm trying to shit right now. Can you? I don't know. Can you hear me? Clear in with Aggie. What the fuck, dude? It's not my internet. Just shit again. It's fucking like lazy. So your steps doesn't make sense, but I tried to switch to YouTube. I'll try something real quick. Be right back. All right. Let's see if this works. Let me know if you can hear me and see me and shit. See you. Oh, he's talking to Blue. So I switched the camera to the MacBook camera. Luckily, they upgraded these fucking cameras. You know what pisses me off though? That everything I did the last couple weeks didn't fix anything. So it wasn't it wasn't my MacBook apparently, and it wasn't the internet, I guess. I don't know if StreamYard's just retarded or something. Paul Mills, shout out to you, dude. Oh, I can't do the thumb. Sorry. God damn it. How do I turn this off now? Because I don't. Oh, it's still. Wait, it still says Google Camera. Let's see. Yeah, I can still do it. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you, dude. A year. Hell yeah, Kelly. Thank you. So yeah, I had to switch the camera. I don't know why. It's because I turned the Wi-Fi off. I was trying different shit. But I checked my internet right after you guys are telling me it was choppy, and I had like 800 megabits per second upload. There's no way that's not enough. And I had like 1500, like 1.5 gig download. Like there's no way that is not enough because I've done streams with far less than that. So I think it's something to do with StreamYard, which is kind of annoying because, you know, this is what sent me down the rabbit hole of upgrading shit and spending money. But whatever. Okay, so what was I talking about? I was talking about the Lush or the Saloon or something. Where did I leave off? Unfortunately, I wasn't staring at the comments, which I tend to do, and I have no idea where you guys lost me. Okay, so Lush. Okay, so what I was saying was, Merso, Olight, so check the timestamp. That's not gonna help. How's that gonna help? Check the timestamp. You had an epic rant on Best Tech and adding 30%. Yeah. So the Lush drop date is next Thursday. So it's on December 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern time at TPK. And what I was getting at is the reason. I mean, I wanted to use Riot, obviously, but something I wanted to prove with using Riot is that their pricing is not close to Best Tech. A lot of people think that Riot is more expensive than Best Tech or the same price as Best Tech, but that is not correct. Best Tech is quite a bit more expensive than Riot because they probably just use Riot and then tack on 30% because Best Tech does not make knives, just so you guys know. And I don't have anything against Best Tech. They have great customer service. Their communication's excellent. All of that stuff is solid. It's just they got so expensive that like we did not want to sell you guys $375, $400 knives because that's where we ended up with the Stout V2. With the Stout V2, we had to sell these at $375 for it to make sense, which is a lot of money. You know what I mean? So with the Lush V2, this is not the Lush V2. This is the V1. It's just a placeholder. I'll have the V2s hopefully tomorrow or Saturday. But with the V2s, we're able to get the same exact materials. Vanex super clean, titanium handles, all different inlays. I mean, we even have crystallized tie. We have real DLC, which Best Tech just told us it was DLC, but it wasn't. And our price point is at $100 less retail. And then you can add a 10% code, use code Lefty10, and we're right around $250 for the Lush V2. $125 less than the Stout V2 was. And that's sheerly because of Best Tech's cost. It's not because we wanted to charge more for the Stout V2. It's because they charged us a shit ton of money for that knife. I mean, it was absurd how much that knife was. Granted, we wanted the nice zip pouch and shit, but they priced themselves out. They follow up with us every once in a while, and they're like, "Hey, we haven't heard from you in a while. We haven't done a project in a while. Is there anything you want to get going with us or whatever?" And I always just have to respond like, we really enjoyed working with you guys. We have nothing against you or your work. We just can't. The prices just don't make sense. And then they'll try to work with you on pricing. They'll be like, "Well, what price do you want to pay?" And then they're like, "Well, we could use our other factory." And it's like, yeah, but so now I'm going to have a knife that's the same price as the Lush V2, but now we're using your budget knife factory to get there. Like, no, it doesn't make any sense. So that's why you see more and more people moving away from Best Tech. They're going to have to bring their prices down or do something. Maybe they can't, and they have to pivot and go to, just coming out with better knives themselves, something like that. But anyway, that was my rant on that. Yeah, the pouch was nice, but $125 nice. No. I mean, that's really the main difference in the knives. Like if you have a Stout V2 and you get a Lush V2 next week, the only difference you're going to notice overall is that with the Riot one, you're getting you're getting a box. You're getting one of these. You're getting one of these guys. I don't think we didn't do the flip lid on the Lush. Is this the flip lid one? No. How's this? Yeah, it is. So we didn't do the flip lid on the Lush because we have a sleeve over top of it. On the Pony Stout V2, we did do the flip lid. But anyway, that's it. So, if you need a $125 pouch, I guess you could use Riot. Lefty, have you tried Remet? Yeah, so here's an interesting story. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. We did have them prototype this knife, the Bender. And then it just kind of sat around. We have a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know. We just didn't they were good, but they weren't we didn't want to just order them. We had changes we wanted made. Eventually, I talked to them and said, "Why don't you guys just license the design?" So that's kind of where we're at right now. So this is actually an updated sample from Remet of the Bender that they're licensing it basically. But recently there's been a little bit of a issue with Remet. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if it was just on Instagram or if anybody's been talking about it, but Ivan B. Braganitz is calling them out for stealing a design. And I don't know. So I kind of want to see how that plays out. before we keep moving forward with it. I think right now we just need to give them the versions we want, and then they're going to put it into production. So I've just been kind of hanging tight on that while we see what's going on. But these came out fantastic, super thin, slicey. Like, look at the hollow grind. Remet, we got them to do a hollow grind. It's not something they do very often. I think I've seen it on one knife, the Kestrel, and that's it. But yeah, I mean, these feel fantastic. So it would be sick to get these out there. Hey, Wyvern, what's up, man? Yeah, so fuck. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram. I assume this was like, like more people were talking about it, but I guess not. I don't know. Let me see if I can get into Instagram right now. I don't have it set up on the MacBook yet. Install Instagram? I don't, what the fuck? Is it like an app? Just a website, right? That's kind of weird. All right, so not now. Ivan. So I'm trying to find the post so I can share it with you guys. I don't know why it's so slow loading though. Oh, thanks. Some of you guys sent me messages about the internet. Yeah, I don't know. Instagram seems jacked up right now, and it's not working. But basically, he has like a double-edged dagger. It looks like an Egyptian coffin thing. Okay, and Remet is coming out with, or they released already, a knife with the same exact like thing. It's a double-edged dagger, coffin-shaped Egyptian, modeled after an Egyptian type thing. But so it's not like a knife. Like, my question was, is this a knife a design that like exists and you guys are just doing your own takes on it? Because that would be fine, right? Then I'd be like, oh, okay. If it's like a Lanny's clip, you know what I mean? Or it's a Barlow. Like in slip joints, it's very common to have patterns and then people do their take on a pattern, right? But Ivan said, no, this is like he came up with this. And it's like they came up with the same exact thing almost. Like, it's kind of wild. And he's saying that he had a few factories prototype it, I don't know, a couple years ago or something like that. And now one of the designers at Remet came up with this design. And I guess he's thinking, that guy was at that other factory or whatever. And he's claiming it's his own. But Remet is adamant that they didn't, like, their designer didn't steal the design. He came up with it on his own. They say it's based on, they have their gravity knife thing, and it's it kind of comes from that. And they were talking like, this is slander. Like, we'll take legal action if we need to. But like, we didn't take this design. Like, really adamant about it, because he was basically, I think they both sent me, I know he sent me a bunch of screenshots of their whole conversation. He was like, here's my whole conversation with Ramet. And it's tricky because when I read his conversation with them, part of it almost seems like he's going in to extort them. Like, I don't think that's what's happening. Like, he's Ukrainian, his English is not his first language. He also seems to be very sarcastic. But he basically was like, looks like you guys stole my design. So what we could do is you pay me for the design and then I'll let it go. And so it sort of comes off to me a little bit like, he's just trying to get some money out of it. Like, that's how you could read it, maybe, if you were them, especially if you didn't steal the design. But yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. Wyvern says, I saw that post. Too damn close for a weird design. Like, that was the tricky thing for me, is like, if it's that close, like, and it's dude, how do I pull up? There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can finally pull this up. Ivan B. Of course, my conversation with Ramet comes up. Okay, so here it is. All right, cool. Sorry. Let me share this. So these are the two designs. I mean, the blade shape, or the blade, is clearly different. Like, they're both daggers, but like one has the whole, one is more like fullers and shit. It looks like one's shorter, but then you look at the collars and it, like, the collar thing is extremely similar. Like, I don't know, the coffin handle is like very, very similar. And if you see this knife closed, like, let me see if I think there's more. Yeah. So look at this knife closed. It has these like fucking horns coming out of it. They both have the horns. Like, that is absolutely fucking bonkers that they would both have those horns. Right? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that is so hard to accept as a coincidence. I don't know. And then here's another open one. Let me see if there's any other. Looks like they have a lock on it. Keep it from disengaging, which is kind of cool. And then obviously this is like their normal clip. It has their pivot lock thing, I think. So, like, obviously it's going to have their take on it. Oh, and then here he's showing. The funny thing is, this, like, somehow I was brought into it, or I wasn't brought into it really, but he showed it to Levon from Knife Nuts. I think Levon was selling some of his models and stuff. And then he shows a conversation with me. This is in 2022. 2022, I guess he sent me a video of the knife. I did not remember that at all, but I went back and we did have that conversation. Like, I legitimately found that conversation with him. And so he's had that design for years, obviously. But then Ramet says it's based on their gravity knife or whatever, based on some knife. And that knife has been in production or in process since 2021. So like there's no way they could have stolen it because it's based on this thing, which that knife looks nothing like this. It's just that's the base of it. I don't know. It just seems very it's too similar. As much as I want I really want to give Remet the benefit of the doubt because I've always had a good experience with them. Um, always had a good experience with them. They seem like good people, but it's just this one's really hard to accept. And I'm hoping maybe it's just the designer. Like the designer just brought the design that was copied, and then like Remet doesn't really know, and then now they're kind of stuck having to defend it or something. I don't know because they've made the knives, but they could just be like, "Fuck," you could get rid of the designer and then pay Ivan whatever he wanted. He wanted like $3,000 or something, basically to go away. I don't know. It's an interesting story. I mean, it's inevitable every once in a while somebody will make a knife that looks just like another. There's only so many possible things you can do. Yeah, Blade Junkie, I agree with you on that, but this is not like another drop point or sheep's foot, like if you look at for example, because I did a review today, well, I did it yesterday, but posted it today on the new Urban EDC Chimera, which is, by the way, guys, you should get one of these. Use my link. It is an absolute home run. I love this thing to death. But when I was doing the review, I was thinking, it kind of has some it has some binge in it, right? But this is a Warncliffe, it's a 3-inch knife with a Warncliffe, and this is a 3-inch knife with a sheep's foot, and you're gonna just have things like this happen. Yes, right? And these, I'm not saying this is a copy of this, right? But I'm saying we're gonna have knives that have similarities and look similar and whatever, right? But I mean, you're not gonna have this. Like there's no way that two people designed that separately. I just can't see that. I really just can't see that. I thought Drama Time was only on Off the Edge. Yeah, with Javon, clone boy, I call him. Who's the designer of the Remet knife? In-house designer. They don't list the designer. They just say it's their designer. You know what I mean? Marco says shakedown. I don't know, man. If I designed that knife in 2022 and a couple years later, and I had it prototyped in China, and a couple years later, I see a knife that looks fucking identical. I mean, it is identical. There's really no way around the fact that it's identical. It's just a matter of, is it identical on purpose? You know what I mean? There's a fair bit of symmetry. I get that, and I agree. But the problem is that we've never seen a design like this before. So it's not like just another whatever design. This is a completely original design, like that nobody's ever done before. I don't know. I don't know. I guess some of you guys are convinced that it's no what? No, because they would lose face. It's a no-go over there. No what? What's a no-go over there? Not that I know, Mick. They basically said it's based off of something. I don't know if they were talking about the Falcon series or if they were talking about the gravity knife thing. Um, I don't know. The horns are how the gravity knife locks. What? Is this a gravity knife? I assumed it was a flipper. This one's a flipper, right? You're in Japan, Fred? Awesome. Hope you're having a good time, man. Mick says I handled it at Blade Show 2023. Handled what? You're saying they had this knife with the horns and everything in 2023? That would still be a year after he showed it to us, which would be honestly would be closer to when he prototyped it in China, which would actually make more sense. So I don't think that really that honestly that argument might make it worse. I don't know. The collar is the hard part. That's too similar. Now, yeah, but so Todd, the thing is though, if you look at Ramet's other knives, they have that collar. Like that's one of their kind of signature things. On like the what is it called, guys? The Peregrine Falcon or whatever. It has very similar collars. So that's I don't know. That's how I feel, Tommy. I really like I don't want this to be true. You know? That would suck. And again, like I said, they're adamant, but I feel like that, that doesn't really help because if they copied it, they're probably going to be adamant. Like that's how people are. Um, do knives have doppelgangers? It's way too similar. Ivan's clone is the in-house designer. You mean like his actual body double clone? Artistically less than 80% similar, totally different styles to me. I don't know how that I don't know how you're getting there. I really don't. China didn't copy shit, they go out of business. Yes, that's true. They both knocked off the same Egyptian design. Yeah, John, so that's what I initially thought was like there's got to be an Egyptian dagger or something that Ivan used as inspiration. And I asked him that. I was like, did you use a specific dagger or knife or whatever as inspiration for this? Or did you come up with the design completely on your own? He says he came up with it completely on his own. He wanted it to be Egyptian style and he took some aspects of different things and turned it into this, but like this had not existed prior, if that makes sense. They wouldn't pay him. Yeah, they're not paying him. Or at least they at the time they said they weren't. I'm not convinced, but it's not easy with the international. Yeah, I don't know either, man. I guess I'm saying I'm leaning towards it. It is a copy just because of the uniqueness of it, you know, and the fact that he had it prototyped by a few different shops. Glad to hear I wasn't the only one that had to drill out the gas port on a 300 blackout barrel. Yeah, dude. I've done it twice now. The barrel that I swapped out my other one for. The funny thing is, the one that I drilled out is running good now. The other one, had an issue with the chamber, or I don't know, and then the gas block was filled with copper pieces. So I think it also was had a burr on the gas port or something. They're sending me a new one, which is cool, but I don't know if I really want to take it apart and put that one in. Maybe I will. We'll see how this 8.3-inch runs, but I measured the gas port on it and it came in at 0.97, which was, or 0.097, whatever, which was actually less than the barrel that I drilled out initially. So, and they're within 0.2 inches of each other. So I was like, do I want to put this whole thing together and go to the range just to find out it doesn't have enough gas, or do I want to just drill it out and then I can use the rifle speed to do what it's supposed to do and choke down the gas? If I made the port a little big, it's not a big deal. I can choke it down. So I just drilled that one out to the same size as the other one. But yeah, good times, man. And I'm trying to pick up a 300 blackout bolt action so I can test the suppressors on a bolt action, because I think that would be a good thing to do during testing. And I don't want to get a 308 because I'm literally building a 308, like a fucking retardedly expensive 308 bolt action right now. And I don't, it doesn't make sense for me to have two of those. So I wanted to get a 300 blackout so I can also do the subsonics. At some point, I want to get a 6.5 Creedmoor too. Anyway, a little bit of gun talk. If you guys noticed, the last few days, there's been a lot of gun stuff on the channel. I had to put together a bunch of videos from when I was at the range last weekend. Not a gravity knife. Remet buys a ton of grace, supporting knife channels. Yeah, okay. Big in the community, but that does, if you're gonna be what's the word for it, skeptical or whatever the word is, obviously spending all that money in the community is gonna help them. They're gonna get that money back in people buying knives. That would be the devil's advocate. That's what I was looking for. I don't know. It's a button operated liner lock. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought it was. So it's that Peregrine Falcon line of knives, I think. It does look very similar to their gravity knife. Yeah, that's what they say. That's where they say it comes from. This is why there's design patents. Yeah. Is that true? Can you give me a couple that I can look up to confirm that? The RT series, yeah. Pull up the swordfish. Yeah, the swordfish is the one. I don't have one here. I do have a knife from them I need to review. It's right here. It's the Saker Falcon, but it's an RT knife. So hold on, let me see if this looks like it. I haven't even looked at this yet. Oh, this is different. Interesting. Hold on, let me God damn it. There we go. So this is the one that I have here I need to review still. But this isn't very similar to that. Oh, that's nice looking. It's a good looking knife. It feels a little maybe thick. I don't know. It's really not. Maybe it's just because of the size. Detent feels good. Can't reverse flick it for some reason. Oh, is that a frame lock? No way. Ow. Fuck. Can I do it? Did I put a lock on or something? Okay. So I can flip it. Can I reverse flick it? Yes. Okay, it's just a stronger detent. I guess lefty is just difficult. Yeah, there it goes. Interesting. Smaller size. Hollow ground, compound grind. That's nice. Flat up front. Oh, I've been using the button, but you can. I love these button locks with the. You also have the frame lock on it. I love that setup. Very cool. So what's the lock for? Let me see. So you can lock it open. Is it like one of those gay ones where you can still depress it halfway? You know what I mean? No, it's literally locked up. Thank you, Ramet. I really hate when companies do that. They put a lock on something and then you can make it just flop around like crazy. Like, yeah, it doesn't disengage, but it's still dog shit. This is actually really nice. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. All right, let me pull up the. So here's the swordfish right here. So I think they're saying it's based off of this. Is that the understanding? Oh, you're talking about these things. The horns. Is that what you're talking about? Like that? I'm sharing this, right? Yeah. Bring back the peacock. What the hell is the peacock? Oh, Sacred Falcon is my premium grail. This one? Really? I mean, it is nice, dude. It is nice. What's the blade material on it? I do wish that they didn't use whatever this carbon fiber is. I'm not the biggest fan of this. They're really trying to, these companies are really trying to recreate camo carbon and they just can't do it. And I don't love how that looks. Monsters used this stuff before. And then they have lightning anno instead of like Zircuti. You know, they would have really, if they would have used camo carbon and Zircuti, it would be sick. But then it would probably be a lot more expensive too. Yeah, the action on this is butter. This thing is really nice. Just feels so smooth. I don't feel anything when it's opening or closing. It's just like gliding. It's really nice. The horn flipper things, just too close to believe two people would come up with that. Now, if Ramet's is a gravity knife, it's not a copy, but a flipper, yes. Like one horn just looks like a flipper tab, so it's symmetrical. You'd expect equal horns. I don't really care one way or the other, but it's definitely similar, but not directly exact. King Tut was your mummy. They both saw the same Discovery Channel Egyptian documentary. I want to believe Ramet wouldn't play dirty, but they did leave a bad taste in my mouth refusing to sign our NDA when we were vetting OEMs. Interesting. Now, Wyvern, you do know that even if you get a Chinese company to sign an NDA, it doesn't matter, right? That NDA has no legal standing in China, which is where you would have to bring them to court if something happened. So any of the companies that did sign it, even if they wanted to, they could still steal your shit and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. I don't think there's any recourse for that other than public shaming, you know. So just thought I'd mention that. But I know other people that have companies sign NDAs too. I mean, it still makes you feel better, you know. So the tomb style is his. I don't think so. Kaiser tomb knife. No, it's not the. It's not that it looks like a coffin. It's just the combination of all the things is. I don't know. So one of the people that made it sold the design. That's my theory on it. That's my theory on it. Maybe they didn't steal the design. Maybe another person did, and then they sold it to the guy who designed it or something. I don't know. It's just very difficult for me to believe those two things they came from separate places. Like there's almost no way. But I do want to believe that Remet didn't intentionally do it. But guys, they were barely a company. I mean, were they even around in 2022 or whatever? That's like when they first started. So, you know, it could have been something they were using to get the company started. And then, you know, now it's 3 years later, they have an established reputation. And it's like, you know, they wouldn't do that now, but maybe they did then, or maybe that person did then. Who knows? It's super interesting. I just wanted to get everybody's take on it. I don't really have an opinion either way. Like I said, I want to give Remet the benefit of the doubt. I also wanted to like wait and see what the reaction is if they get some blowback on it, because we obviously don't want to we don't want to come out with a design with a knife with a company that's getting dragged through the mud for copying stuff. But you know, I need some like I don't know. I'm one of those people that it's like I need like 100% like fucking proof of something before I'm willing to like demonize somebody. Does that make sense? Like I want to see fucking smoking gun where like I think to a lot of people just seeing those two designs next to each other is the smoking gun. And for me it's like there's always the chance that they did come up with these separately or there's a reasoning how this could have happened, you know what I mean? And so like unless I saw a screenshot of somebody being like, yeah, we're stealing that guy's design, or you know, I was hoping there'd be some kind of paper trail showing the, you know, like did he use them to OEM the prototype 3 years ago? Or did he use the company that Remet is associated with or something like so that it would just be obvious. But unless that's the case, I really struggle to just be like, yeah, they're guilty. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard because my experience with them is positive. So anyway, I was wondering what everybody's opinion on it is. What do you think of the Russian knife company Dagger? I have several. They're pretty nice in my opinion. No Divo. I've handled a few of the daggers. They sent me one knife. It was a OTF. It was like a Karambit OTF. I don't know if you guys remember that one they had. And the quality was like not good. I think I tried to like reverse the clip and the screw like literally just stripped out instantly. And then it was like a structural screw. So the whole knife was fucked after that. And they're in Russia, and most of their knife designs just don't interest me. But I don't know. I don't have an issue with them really. I think it's fine. You know, a lot of people do like their stuff. So There's other flipper tabs with two. Yeah, that's true. But do they look exactly like that? Because those both look identical. I mean, you can have symmetric flipper tabs and not have them be fucking horns. You know, those don't look like good flipper tabs, by the way. None of those look comfortable. Which is the copy. The one on the left apparently was. I don't want to pull it back up again. Sort of what I thought. It's a flipper and you want it to look symmetrical. One on each side seems normal. They look similar to a closed deadlock too, sort of. I don't know. Scar 17. I saw you blew your ears out with the shot. Yeah, luckily that was, I'm pretty sure, trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure that was a subsonic round. So I think I got lucky with that because like I was okay pretty much right after, and I didn't have any residual ringing or tinnitus type stuff. So you know, I think your ears can like you can handle one of those every so often, like you know, but you don't want to be popping off shots without ears on all the time. I mean, unless it's suppressed, obviously. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't supersonic because I think I'd be feeling it still on a 8-inch, you know, 8.5-inch rifle or whatever it was. You're going to do a home defense lefty shotgun build? I don't think that's possible, man. I mean, you might have me thinking about it now, but I don't think I need any more shotguns. I have a Beretta 1301. It's fucking epic. Um, I have to have like $3,000 into that knife or into that gun. 3,500. I don't know. It's fucking expensive. Like it's a Langdon tactical fucking tuned Beretta 1301 with a chisel machine folding stock on it. I have a Aridus Industries handguard on it, which is the greatest handguard ever. I have their bolt release, and I have some other shit on there too. That gun is fucking sick, but it still fucking destroys your shoulder. So I've been trying to find like a recoil system for it or something. I need to shoot it again. I haven't shot it in a while, but I need to do a video on it. I've been trying to get somebody to give me a discount on a 12 gauge suppressor so I can do a video with a can on it. I think it would be sick to do a full build video on that with a suppressor, but I don't want to spend $1,200 on a 12 gauge suppressor. My next suppressor will be for my 40 or 450 Bushmaster. Won't help with the recoil, but should cut down on the muzzle blast. Yeah, it might help with the recoil a little bit. And they do have cans that you can get that have a muzzle brake on the end, like Stealth Additive Works. They're coming out with one. It's like but it's not like low back pressure. I don't know if that matters to you. Is it a bolt action or a AR? I guess that would matter. Is that for hunting? I feel like that's the only reason I've seen people with that round, because it's a straight wall cartridge, right? Dude, I wish, man. I would get into reloading hardcore, but I you know, you need to have time for reloading. So when my kids get a little older, I get older, then I'll probably start doing reloading. Am I way behind or something? Much cheaper to hand out some knives and make a presence in the community versus paying for actual advertisement. Yeah, plus you literally can't. You can't pay for advertisement because none of these platforms let you. Dude, you haven't seen my You haven't seen my Smith & Wesson 1854, dude? You want to see it? Here, I'll show you. I don't think I'm allowed to actually pull it out on a stream. Like YouTube will fucking shut me down or something. But I'll show it to you here. You guys ready to see a sexy beast? Look at that. Look at that sexy.
Kev here, and I'm out at the range.
So I think this is me shooting the.
Good.
I was testing the
editing
trigger.
that out. So let's try that again. I don't know.
But here it is.
I'll switch over to the other side. I do have the suppressor on.
Did you say tactical lever action?
Dot going here. That's what it was. It was just dim.
This
I don't
thing's
know why it doesn't want to get any brighter.
That's one of the greatest guns you can get as a tactical lever action with a can on it.
I don't know if I locked it on accident.
Super quiet. Like it literally sounds like
there
a mouse
we go.
fart.
Whatever I did worked. It was in some kind of locked state.
You want to shoot it?
I'm just gonna aim for those little circles again. Maybe 15 yards now.
Shoot it.
I don't know why I'm closing it up.
Oh,
that is so quiet. Now I have on my hearing protection. But anyway, even without those, this thing is so quiet. 38 special in a lever action, which is a closed action, right? Everything's closed off. And a suppressor is just bananas.
Anyway, you ask and you shall receive, my friend. I just Googled Egyptians. I Googled that too, and I did not find a bunch that looked the same. But maybe what you consider similar and what I consider similar are different. Like I said, like these two knives to me have some similarities, right? But like those two knives are fucking identical, basically. What's your favorite knife model if you had to choose one top favorite? Oh, man, that's hard. I don't know, dude. I don't want to. Is it unfair to choose? Like, normally I wouldn't choose one of our own knives. But I do, man. The binge is, I mean, this is like literally all I've carried except for when I'm reviewing stuff since they came out in the spring last year. It's just for me having the ability to just slice boxes, cut cardboard, all the shit that I do on a day-to-day basis. This thing does it exceptionally well. And it's like, it's fidgety as fuck. I mean, even though I can't reverse flick it, it's just still fun. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. So it'd probably be the binge, which actually reminds me, I got pictures from Kubi today on the V2 binge and the binge L. So we're doing a large binge. We're doing a large version of this with like is it 3 1/4 or 3.5 inch blade, something like that. And then we're doing the same size one. And they both have a little micro flipper tab here added to it, which I think is going to be really nice. Are you ever going to? I was just talking about that. We're doing the Remet is supposed to be doing them. I was showing it earlier, so I've been asking them if they What was that? Dude, something's going on. Maybe I need to switch off of StreamYard and try maybe I need to try YouTube, like directly through YouTube or something, because this is bullshit. I mean, I'll check the internet speed again just to see. I'm pretty sure it's not my internet. I'm literally wired in at this point. I mean, look at that. I have literally over 2 gigs of upload speed. There's no fucking way. Yeah, it's a 12. Okay, so 1200 is the baseline. There's no way. So something's going on with StreamYard, which is weird. Why does it keep happening to me, though? You guys haven't seen this with other people, right? Like Bees uses this. He uses the same, like we have the same login. We share it. Fucking weird, man. I don't think so, Marco. I honestly, the reason I brought it up today is because I have not heard anything about it since that day that he posted that on Instagram. That was on November 21st. And like nobody has said a word about it. There's like, let me look. He's got like 6 comments on that post. Says 150 people liked it. I think that it's just not getting out there. So I just think nobody knows about it because he doesn't have the reach. So maybe I'm sort of spreading the word a little bit, but I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I really did assume that you guys knew about it, but it does seem like nobody really was paying attention. Mine is single digits. My Wi-Fi is so slow. Yeah, like I have Verizon Fios. I have fiber optic. Like, I don't know. There's just no way that that's it. Like I said, I knew I didn't need to upgrade my internet, but I was like, fuck it, I can get more. I might as well get more. And it's still only like $100. So it's like, whatever. It was probably stupid, but you know, I do use the internet for my job, so all my jobs. So it is important. Yeah, it is sick, dude. The reason why it's sick is because it has like Comcast, whatever, they can get their download speeds up, but the upload speeds are the tough ones. That's when you need that fiber optic. The fact that Verizon can literally match the download and upload is what makes it so good. It's a tax write. It might be. I don't know. The ones that we've been waiting on are stuck in customs, I guess. They shipped them a while ago. We're waiting on the mirror polish ones to come in. So yeah, I did have a couple left over. I was gonna drop them with the mirror polish ones, but I can see what I have if you're looking for one now. Since you're here. Good news is I have not gotten any complaint. Oh no, wait, I have one complaint. Well, no, it wasn't a complaint, but the guy asked me how to he asked me what glue to use to glue a magnet in because his magnet came out. The magnet in here. I told you guys, well, if you watched the video, when I QC'd these, I had this one. That's why I have this one. The magnet for this part came out when I was doing QC. It came out with the bit. So I just had to re-glue it. It was super easy. You just take some acetone on a Q-tip, clean out the slot for the magnet, clean the back of the magnet, and then what I do is I attach the magnet to the bit, so I have it going the right way. Basically, I think you can even put it in either way. I don't think it matters as long as it's attracting to the bit. And then I actually use super glue, but you probably should use a Star Bond, like medium thick glue, that black stuff. You just put a little bit down there, or what's easier is put it on the back of the magnet and then drop in the bit with the magnet and just hold it down for like 30 seconds. And then what I did was I went over to my vise over here, and I have like rubber teeth things for my vise, so I don't, like, when I want to mess with something that I don't want to fuck up, I use those. And I just put this in the vise and cranked it down so that it would keep pressure on that front of the bit. And I left it in there overnight. And then when I took it out, it's fine. It's not going anywhere. Magnet's in there now. So it's easy, but anyway, that was the one issue I had. One guy asked me about how to do that. He wanted to do it himself. Other than that, I haven't had a complaint about the drivers, which is good, you know. But anyway, sorry. Life Survival EDC. If you're interested, let me know. The only set I have is a bead blasted one. It looks like this. I actually really like the bead blasted look. I like how they all look. My least favorite is the stonewash. For whatever reason, I think it's because it doesn't hide the stonewash one doesn't hide the seam for the opening here as well. Like, this is the bead blast. You can't even see the seam. This is the machine finish. That one you can barely make it out. Right there, you can kind of see it. And then on the splatter, it's like you can't see it at all. You can't see that seam. But I don't even have well, I have one like in a case or something, but the stonewash one, you can see it clearly, like, because it's stonewashed. So it actually like tumbled that part. But I fucking love these. And then I've been using these Wera bits. I get them from a place called KC Tool. They're expensive, but if you're careful, it should last you. Like, the one I had lasted me like 3 months. He says, I am for sure. Okay. Well, since you asked, I'll give you first dibs on it. So if you want to shoot me an email, you could just send it to info@divoknives.com or kevin@divoknives.com, whichever. And if you just send me, I just need your address, because your email address will be in there, obviously. And then I can invoice you for it if you want it. And it'll just be, retail price, whatever it is. And I'll take the 10% off, Lefty 10 code off for you. So yeah, if you want that one, let me know. And then I have just the driver. I have one splatter ano. I have one bead blast. And I have one stonewashed. And I'm trying to figure out, I don't know if more than one of you wants these, how I can be fair about it. Okay, so Paul is asking. You said, what did you say? A plain one is fine. Which one of those would you want, Paul? Okay, guys, I'm really tempted to end this and start one on just YouTube and see if the same bullshit happens. But I also don't want to make everybody go find another stream because I hate doing that. And it's already 11:30, so you know what? We're just gonna eke it out, and hopefully I'll remember next week and do it on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I need to cancel StreamYard. Is it worth it anymore? Or maybe not. All right, so let me go back. So Paul wants the stonewash. Okay, so shoot me an email, Paul, and let me know you wanted the stonewash one. Again, I just need your address, or you can, if you have your address on our website on an account, then you can just give me your email, and I'll just use your email, and it'll preload it. But make sure your address is up to date, or just give it to me, whatever works. But these are just the driver. Life Survival EDC. Well, dude, it's up to you. Do you want the splatter driver by itself, or do you want the set? You got first dibs, so I'll let you choose. But you got to tell me so that if somebody else wants one, I can figure that out. So if you just want the driver, that's cool. I don't have the set, though. Well, I have one, but that's my, I'm not selling that one. I don't know why I need multiple of these, but I think it's good to have for the channel too. Second one you've watched bug out, okay. But has it been going on for a while? Because like this started, was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? I had that issue, and that's what prompted me to do all that stuff. Just the driver's fine. Okay. All right. So he wants the splatter. Let me sort this out so I don't fuck this up, because you guys know me, I'll fuck it up. Actually, I'm just gonna I'll just do a note on my phone. It's easier. All right. So life survival EDC splatter driver only. Okay. Got it. Paul Mills. He wanted the stonewash. Oh, where's Paul? Paul, he wanted just the splatter driver. Do you want the full bead blast set, or do you just want the stonewash driver like you said? Now you have the option for the set. And then Kevin Smith will be the next person in line. And then let me make sure there's no one else that said something ahead of you, and then you would be next, I think. But I'm gonna see first. He says, "Yeah, those are sick." Okay. Yeah, Paul, if you're still watching, let me know. You still want stonewash driver, or you want the bead blast set? He says, "I'd like to have a splatter and a driver, although it's not last week." I don't know what that means. I only have the one though, so I'm sorry. Life Survival got the one that I have. I'm going back to see if I missed anything. I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can. I'm sure I'm gonna piss somebody off, so I'm sorry if I piss you off. That's not my goal, obviously. No, not yet. We're actually working on so sorry, Sanders Garcia asked if there's any updates on us ordering just the bases. So we've talked to Get Good Screw. We came up with 3 new concept designs. Okay, so the plan right now, Olex, he's the designer. Olex O.show. Me and him kind of figured out what we want to do. We want to have a like standard, more like the premium version, which is basically what we have, right? Where you can twist this open and you have the extra bit in there. It's titanium. It's nice, right? It's got the magnet to mount it to the base. So we have this version, but the way we're going to do it is we're going to have the nice driver, which the driver is staying exactly the same. So the driver's not changing, all right? Then the nicer base, we are changing a little bit. We're making it sit deeper in so that it holds it. It's still going to have the magnet, but it's going to sit deeper so you have more like, it's more stable basically. We're getting rid of 2 of the slots, so there's only going to be 8 slots on here so that it's a little easier to get them in and out without like, you can kind of bump into them and shit when you have 10. And then we're trying to make it a little more affordable to make the driver, or the base, sorry. So we're getting rid of the magnets that are in each thing, and we're using one like ring magnet in the base. And he's already tested it. It's just as strong. There's no issue holding the bits in, but it removes a bunch of processes from the manufacturing. They don't have to drill out and then glue in 10 fucking magnets, right? They just have to stick one round one in the bottom of the base. So we're changing the base a little bit, but basically you'll be able to buy the premium base and the premium driver, and we're going to have them be separate products. And then we're going to have a more affordable driver that we got rid of this on, so it won't have the ability to come apart, because getting this cut and threaded and everything, and then the extra magnets inside, is expensive. So it saves us some money in the machining and stuff to just do the driver, same design, but no internal storage. You don't get the mini driver feature, right? And then we're investigating if they can do other materials too. If we could do like aluminum or steel or whatever, right? So we'll have more affordable driver as well. And then we have a concept for a more affordable base that I'm pretty sure that one doesn't spin. That's the difference, I think. There's so much shit going on. I can't remember everything. We've changed shit a bunch of times. But basically we have four products now: a premium driver, premium base, affordable driver, affordable base, and then we can just sell them all individually, and you can choose how to combine them. Jesus, scared the shit out of me. It's fucking Olight battery thing dropping batteries gave me a fucking heart attack. You could kind of piece together what you want. Like maybe you want the more affordable driver, but you want the fancy base, or you want the premium driver and the cheaper base because you don't care about the base as much, but you just want something to hold it. Whatever, you can do whatever combination you want. So I feel like that's a good way for us to do it, so we don't have the problem we did this time where, we have drivers with no bases, or, you have sets. People maybe don't want a set, but they want a certain finish, so then they buy one. It could be confusing. So anyway, that's the whole breakdown. When we get in the saloons that are from Urban, yeah, so they did that as a pre-order basically while the knives were stuck in customs. And they assumed they would get released in a week or two, and then they would have them, right? They got lucky. We got the knives the other day. They came in on Monday or no, Tuesday, I think. Colin got them. And he went through the urban ones and he shipped them out like the next day. So the knives are on the way to their fulfillment center. And then once they get there, their fulfillment center will do their job and pack all your orders and ship them. So you should see those saloons ship out in the next week or so, would be my guess. Don't hold me to that, but we have shipped the knives to Urban EDC. And then the rest of them are dropping on the 8th of January. What I wanted to mention earlier is Freight and Lock and I think Blade City have their versions available right now. I'm not positive on Blade City, but I know Freight and Lock had some available. And if they're sold out, you could email Hope at Freight and Lock, and they should be able to get you one because I know they have more than what they put up. But there's a couple dealers that couldn't wait until January to do the drop. They paid us like back in, a couple months ago because they were supposed to get to us in a week or two. And then the shipping got all jacked up. They had to ship it by sea, and then they got stuck in customs for over a month, and it's been a nightmare. So, we told the dealers, if you guys want to sell yours, you can sell them whenever you want. Like, that's totally up to you guys, but we're going to set a drop date, and anybody who wants to join for that drop, we can all drop at the same time. So that's kind of what's going on with the saloons. As of right now, I think it's just Freight and Lock and Blade City, and then I guess Urban EDC that have theirs out already. So I know that's confusing. It's just because the fucking shipping was all messed up because of the tariffs and then customs, and then the government shut down. So, yeah, the whole point of going back was to figure out this driver thing, and I totally spaced out. So bear with me. I did not see anybody else 88 Silver Rose, so I think you would be next in line. I just need to figure out if Paul, just the driver, I think, unless the price difference is, it's $100. So, I think the drivers are $125 and the set is $225. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'll give you all, you guys are all going to get 10% off because you would have used the code if you ordered on the site. I know that. So I'm going to obviously just add it. Makes the most sense. I spent my money. I got it some way. All right. So it sounds like Paul just wants this, considering it is $100 difference. What is Freight and Lock? It's safeandlockstore.com. They're awesome people. Safe and Lock. I'll pull it up. I meant to do that. Safeandlockstore.com. Although she told me I didn't have to share it. I think she just feels bad. She doesn't want the other dealers to get pissed. But I already talked to the other dealers, and like there's nothing wrong with wanting to sell these. They paid us, and they really should get their, they need to get their money back. I totally understand it. And I think the other dealers do too. So here it is. And they have them. So I think she said she put 10 up. She still has 10 because they didn't tell anybody. So if anybody's looking for a saloon, here you go. Now they did a really interesting version. When they told us about it, I honestly was skeptical, but they came out looking really cool. So it's a belt satin. It's S90V belt satin, and then it's silver twill carbon fiber. And then it's a dark blast titanium, and then they have blue hardware and blue accents. And I had no idea if that was going to look good. And I think it actually looks really cool. So that's the Freyden Lock Saloon, safeandlockstore.com. And then you can just search saloon, it'll come right up. Here's the packaging. I was really excited when I came up with the packaging idea. And the sticker. I was like, dude, we need a monkey busting through fucking saloon doors with a shotgun. And I told him or a rifle, and I told him he should be shooting beer bottles. And Colin was like, wait, you want him to just be shooting beer bottles? And I was like, no. I don't want him to be shooting at beer bottles. I want little beer bottles coming out of the fucking rifle. He didn't do it. I think I went a step too far for him on that one. Like I was picturing like little beer bottles as bullets. And then we put like a wanted poster on the side of it, so it says wanted, and then it has like Divo and Freyden Lock. You know, it has our logos there in the wanted poster. Yeah, I was really excited about it because it's a gun stock pattern. So that's where the idea comes from. And actually, one of you guys came up with the name. Big shout out to Level Up. It's Level On Up, right? Level On Up. He came up with the name Saloon. So shout out to him. We gave him a prototype for that. Better now than 2 days ago. Feeling fine. I'll do the Bead Blast set if he doesn't take it. Okay. Sounds like he's not taking it. What other versions are we getting? Yeah, hang on. I'll show you. She hooked me up with the tall boy when I missed the drop. You hooked me up with them good people. Yeah, they're great people. Hope is awesome. Hope is awesome. Oh, here he is. There he is. So if you guys like the saloon, if you like the name, shout out to Level On Up. Dude, I mean, you're the reason why it's all Western themed and shit. Because to me, when I hear saloon, I think of the Wild West, and that's obviously where I took it with the marketing stuff. That's hilarious. Let's see. I gotta have one of them stickers. Oh, what, the saloon one? I think I have extra ones. I've been ordering extra ones, so we have them. Yeah, if you want to email me, dude, I'll send you one of these saloon stickers. But you could buy a knife, then you definitely get a sticker. But yeah, you got a monkey there in your. We do a lot of monkey stuff, dude. Check out the mugs on our website. We have a monkey fucking Deneen pottery mug. Yeah, here he is. I came up with the name. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, it's hollow ground. Yeah, sorry, I don't have one to show you yet. Colin, we've been waiting for the rest of them to come in because there was one version we didn't have any of out of the batch. And so now we have it. He'll send me all of them next week, but he has to take pictures. The fucked up thing is they were stuck in. So it's a long story basically, but Kubi said we can ship them by sea because of the tariffs. We have to do that, whatever. So we did that. And then I don't know why they did it, but they sent half. And I think it was because when we sent the balance payment, we sent them half of the money because we can only wire a certain amount otherwise Colin has to go into the bank, and he lives in Atlanta. He's got to like schedule an appointment and then figure out how to get off. He has to take off work, and it's just stupid. So we just send the max amount that we can send, and we'll send multiple, right? And they were going on some Chinese holiday they had. So I don't know why, because we literally said, don't send them. Wait till we pay you everything and then send us all the knives. And they went ahead and sent half of them via sea shipping. Well, then they had their little holiday. They came back 2 weeks later, because, Chinese holidays are all fucking 2 weeks long or like a month long. They come back and they're like, oh, we sent the other half, and here's the tracking. We sent this one air freight. So they sent that one by air. We got the second shipment like a week later. So we got half the knives. And then the other half, they arrived at the port in LA or wherever it was on October 20th or 19th. They went into customs on the 20th of October, and they stayed in customs until 5 days ago or something. Like last week, they finally cleared customs. Then they had to get to the freight forwarder. Then they had to put our labels on and send them to us, right? So Colin got the knives like the other day. Well, he gets it, and one of the boxes has a huge fucking rip down the center of the box. There's just a huge tear in the box, and then it looks like someone attempted to tape it back shut. So customs they stole 7 of our knives, right? They stole 7 saloons, and I think it even said on there like confiscated or some bullshit. So somehow they went through customs. They cleared customs, obviously, because nobody contacted us with anything. Nobody contacted Caudabe with anything. Yet they fucking stole 7 of the knives. And it turns out that the knives that they stole, all of them, right? Mind you, there was 4 or 5 versions in this shipment. All the ones they stole were the most expensive version there is. It was the DLC polished blade with zirconia accents that Urban Cutlery is doing. They stole 7 of those. Or no, they stole 6 of those. And then they stole 1 of his other version, I think, which is like DLC polish, and it has DLC polish accents instead of zirconia. So it's more affordable. So basically, we now have to refund Urban Cutlery, like, I don't know, it's over $2,000 worth of knives that we have to refund. It was bullshit, dude. Fucking stealing our shit. So Colin reached out to Caudabe, and I was like, just tell them that what happened and see if they'll cover it. Because honestly, if you think about it, whenever you ship something to somebody or you sell somebody something, you're responsible for it until they get it, right? This is how I think. So if I sell you something and I ship it to you and it gets stolen during the shipping, well, I'm not going to expect you to cover it, right? I'm going to take the hit, and I'm going to have to refund you your money, right? So, I don't know, Caudabe came back and they were like, how about this? First, they were like, we'll see if we have enough parts to just make the knives or something. And then they were like, well, we can't make that version. So here, how about we refund you 50% of the cost? And then like the pricing that they gave was off. It didn't include like the extra shit we had to pay for, like DLC finishes and all this stuff. And it was 50% of that. And I'm sitting here going, okay, we have to refund Urban Cutlery, who he's great, by the way. Like he's fine. And I'm sure if I was like, hey, Jesse, would you want to split it with us? He'd probably do it. But on principle, I would never do that. He paid us for a product. We can't deliver all the product. That's on us, not on him, right? So anyway, Kubi was like, yeah, well, how about 50% of this or whatever? So mind you, that's on our cost. That's not, we obviously have to then add something to charge the dealer, right? So I don't know. So I went back to Kubi and I was like, listen, this is how I see it. You sent us these knives. We did not get all the knives. Okay. So you should refund us or credit us for all of it, which I know sounds a little bit dickish, maybe, but them refunding us all of it and us refunding Urban Cutlery all of it still leaves us like $1,500 in the hole. So Kubi's just helping us to refund him, if that makes sense. So I'm like, that's how it should go down, in my opinion. We pay him back everything, you pay us back everything, and that's how we square it up. Anyway, where were we on this? So Paul was going with the I'm just gonna put you down for that stonewash. Stonewash driver only. And then 88, fuck, was it? 88 Silver Rose. Bead blast. You wanted the bead blast set, right? Got it. Make sure you shoot me an email, either info@Divo Knives or Kevin@Divo Knives or LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. And give me your addresses or set up an account on our website with your address and then just email me the version you wanted and then I'll have your email. So after that, I think I have one left here. I have the bead blasted driver only, if anybody wants that. I don't think there was anybody else. Wait, Kevin Smith, right? Hold on. Kevin Smith. Okay. Hold on a second. I got to make sure I'm going in the right order. I think Kev was actually ahead of you on that 88. Let me just confirm these things. I got my mug. I like the black Divo coffee cup mug too. Got it too. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the mugs are sick. Oh, you got the one. Yeah. Those aren't as nice though. They're probably cheaper though, but you definitely want the Deneen Pottery USA made ones. Like you could put those in the microwave. You could put those in the oven. You could put them in the dishwasher. I've done all of it. They don't get messed up. The other one, you don't want to do any of that because the print will come off. It's like, it's like a mug from Teespring or whatever. That's why we got the other ones made because we wanted like legit fucking mugs, Sorry, I'm just going back here to make sure I'm going in the right order. Hope y'all explored a slip fit for a 2-piece handle, maybe splines. Huh? Try a slip fit for a 2-piece handle, maybe splines. You mean like? No, I don't know what you mean. You gotta flesh that out for me a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. How about an Ultim driver? I don't love Ultim personally. It looks like piss to me, but I emailed the Divo guy. Yeah, that's the info at email. You're good. So he said just the driver. Yep, I'm almost there. Almost there. I know I said it out loud, like who was first. I think it was Kev was first, though. Yep. Okay, so he was first. I'm just trying to be really fair. So, Kev, did you want the driver or the set? Because you would have first choice on that. Kev, you should put knives on your Divo taxes as a deduction. What do you mean? Like knives I buy personally? Which, by the way, I don't buy a lot of knives personally. Pretty much everything I review these days gets sent in, which I tell you guys in the videos. I haven't bought very much. I bought the numb knives. They sent me one originally because we helped with the design, or we helped with the, anyway, we helped them. But I wanted another one because I passed around my blue one, or which one did I have? I think it was blue accents or something. So then I bought this DLC one. Fucking amazing knife. I love this thing so much. This is the Numb Knife Works Cornerstone. He killed it on this. I got to handle this prototype of the N. Is it the? I think it's the N7, but I want to say N2 because it's the next one. And that one's really nice too. I didn't do a video first. I don't know why. I guess I just thought he wanted feedback, and I don't know. But it's gonna be nice. You guys are gonna love it. You need to specify. Well, either way, Kubi agreed. So they came right back and were like, yeah, that's like, we agree. So I was like, all right, cool. I mean, it's logical to me. You know, I'm like, dude, we got to pay him $2,500 back. And, you know, we paid you, let's say we paid them $1,100 for them. So even if they refund us the full amount, we are still that's still only half of what we have to pay out. So I'm like, basically, we're splitting it. And they were cool with it. So I'm good with Kubi on that. Okay. So Kev says I got both. Got both what? We both got purple Jack Wolf's and Divo Deneen's. Oh yeah. That's the mug I bought the Jack Wolf one so that I could check it out, and it sold me instantly, you know? Okay, Kev wants the set. All right, perfect. So 88, you can take the Bead Blast driver if you want it. I apologize for any confusion, but yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. If you want the set 88, I'll just, as long as you're cool with it, I'll sell you the one that I have here. I don't need 3 of these fucking sets. So yeah, or I'll take this driver and that base or something. I think I did drop this actually. If I recall correctly. Yeah, I put a little mark on her. I'll put a little mark on her. So I'll take this driver and this base. I'm sure the base looks fine. You're going to mark them up a little bit because you're literally sticking the titanium into the titanium. But I don't really see anything. I'll clean it up. But if you want the base or you want the set, I'll take this base with the, this is a brand new driver. I don't want to give you that one that I dinged up. So just email me 88 and let me know. If I don't hear from you, then, you know, you're good. Or if you just want the driver, that's fine too, you know. Yeah, retro. So these were the last ones. I just figured I'd, you know, hook you guys up since you're here listening to my dumb ass. All right, I have the list. Survival EDC, Splatter Driver, Paul Mills, Stonewash Driver, Kev Smith, Bead Blast Set, 88 Silver Rose, Bead Blast Driver, if he wants it. If he doesn't, you can just let us know if you don't want that. Or if you just want, or if you want the set, like I said, you could take that. Whatever works for you. I'm okay with just the driver. I don't want to take what you would use. Yeah, dude, I have a machined one and then I have a splatter one. Like, I don't need three. I have all three of them here set up with bits in them. Like, fucking, I'm gonna use all of them. I don't need it, and it's, you know, it's good for Divo if I sell it, obviously. Okay, cool. So you're gonna take the set. Got it. All right. Bead Blast set. I'll just put base on desk. All right. So that's all of them, guys. So again, I apologize if you didn't get one. We do have more coming, though. Somebody just asked about them. We have the mirror polished ones in transit. They're just stuck in customs right now. And I'm sure they're going to steal some because they're fucking bastards. So whatever we have left after customs raids our drivers will drop. We only have, I think, 20 in there. There's 10 drivers and 10 sets. So whatever's left will, you probably said this 10 times because I just kept repeating myself. I'm sorry, dude. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah. So we'll drop those whenever they come in. I'll check them, package them up because I have to put them in the tubes and everything. And then we'll do a drop. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live stream or post on Instagram. And if there's any left, we could send an email. I just hate when, you know, we send an email and then there's 50 people who want one and there's only 20. And then I get 30 emails about how big of dickheads we are because we don't have enough stuff on our website. And, you know, I hate doing that because then I feel bad. Know what I mean? Later, be shady. Dude, good to see you. I don't know if I saw you. Kept you on the flip side. Yo! Laser Ghost Knives. Did you change it to that because I said it looked like a nose? It looks like a nose fucking Hachuin, dude. You should change it to Hachu Knives. Hachu. Hachu Knives. Dude, that would be sick. Fuck yeah. Dude, if Hachu Knives takes off, you owe me. I want 10%. Tired of looking like a youth group. But yes, rebranding to LGK. Fuck yeah, dude. Now you can sound like a serial killer and have a knife brand at the same time. LGK. No, I like Laser Ghost knives. And it does help, dude. Because as soon as I saw Laser Ghost, I was like, oh yeah, that's a laser coming out of a ghost. That's not a nostril. I don't know why my brain sees a nostril where it clearly is a ghost with lasers. Oh shit. Dude, there's a shirt. There's a fucking shirt. Dude, can I go to laserghostknives.com? All right, hold on a second. Hold on, I'm coming back to that real quick. Let me just recap the saloons for anybody interested. So, Freudenlock has them here. So safeandlockstore.com if you're interested in that version. Urban EDC, I think Urban EDC has the, by the way, they have the Chimera, which, dude, this thing is fucking sick, all right? Here's the prototype I have. Dude, this thing is, yeah, it's one of my favorite knives this year. I just wish it had more clearance on the clip. If you have thicker pants, it is a little bit annoying. On these, like thinner ones, it's fine. Damn, even on these like really thin pants, it stops right here and I have to shove it in the rest of the way. It's definitely what he said. Anyway, dude, Urban EDC is cool. I've actually really enjoyed getting to know the owner, Young Soo, the last few months, working with him on Divo and their own stuff. But I hate their website. Ever since they changed their website to this fucking weird shit, it like hurts my brain to look at. But anyway, I put a link to this in the video if you guys are interested. They have, no, somebody said the 5-pack only. No, they have like right here, they have the other versions. So like here's one. And there's a couple other versions. So I'm not sure what you mean exactly. Oh, what's this? Finback? That looks cool too. I should ask him about that. And the Straight Hawk? Did I totally miss these? Dude. I need to like remind myself to ask him about those. Those look cool. Anyway, I wanted to search up Saloon because I think they have them. Did I not search it? Oh, here. So the weird thing is, so they had us send one to a photographer, and usually they do a great job, but I don't know. You guys tell me, doesn't that look like orange G10? It's actually copper. Like it looks amazing in person, but it looks orange in the pictures. Like I don't think that is appealing. I think that makes it look bad. So I don't know. I actually have to be. I thought it was orange. Yeah, it's copper. I'm telling you, it looks sick in person. Yeah, the website's bad, man. I remember when they changed it and they like were promoting it like it was amazing, and I just don't like it. I don't know. Is there anybody here who loves it, who loves the website? Like maybe it's just a personal preference thing, but I don't know. How much are the ones on US Customs eBay store going to be again? I have no idea what you're talking about. US Customs? Oh, US. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I don't know how much those will be, those fuckers. They're going to be expensive, I'm sure. Bad pictures aren't great for sales, yeah. Yeah, but I'll do a video when I get them, and I'll show the knife, and you guys will see. It's fucking sexy. So, like, this looks a little more normal, right? That looks more like copper right there. Right here. I don't know. Maybe it does look like that, and I'm crazy, but I don't think it's going to look like that when I get it. But it has this really cool Sagaha pattern on it on the side. And then it has clearly a copper pivot collar, a copper inlay, and I think the backspacer is copper too, right? I'm not sure. Can't remember. But it's a really cool combination, and it's PVD black wash on everything else, which is nice. And it's like $239. So I mean, oh, copper backspacer. There you go. What the fuck? Here. There. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the handle looks like this. You can almost see it right here. Right? Like, that's what it looks like. That's a little better. Anyway, it's copper. So, there's that. Oh, there you go. Look. Every time. There you go. That's what it looks like. That's what it really looks like right there. Which is way better. Blade HQ over Urban EC. Those are totally different animals, dude. Like, you're talking about Urban EC is like 2 or 3 people. Blade HQ is like a huge operation. I mean, for a knife company. Yeah, I agree, Todd. I'm the same way. It makes, when it touches my hand, it smells. Not everybody's like that though, Todd. Some people don't get the smell. No, it's real copper. It's legit copper. I'm telling you, it's really nice. But anyway, that's a version, and they have them for sale, I think, right now. And they're gonna ship, they'll ship to you probably within a week because they're on the way to them now from us. So it's not really a pre-order anymore. But anyway, like here, they put a note: shipment is delayed 1 week for this item. Thanks. I think they updated it because I think it said 1 to 2. So that's that one. And then Blade City, I think, is the other one. Blade City. Is that a web? Is that? No. Okay. Blade City. Let's see. Ooh, that looks interesting. It's kind of cool looking. It's like a Grinch knife. I like the Grinch knife. I'm guessing they don't have it in here because they're trying to keep it low key. Maybe they don't even have it. Yeah. They don't even have it listed. Dude, that is a sick exclusive too. I wonder why that came up under Saloon. So I don't know how you get it from Blade City. You might have to go on Whatnot or email them or something. I don't know. But I think they said they had a few left. Those are the 3 that were releasing them, early. So then White Mountain Knives, TPK, and Blade Binge for sure. And Urban Cutlery, I'm pretty sure they're all going to release with us on the 8th of January. So there'll be a big drop that day. That'll be the majority of the knives. Like Freyden Lock. Freyden Lock and Blade City, they had 50 each of their versions. Urban EDC, I think, had 100. I think he ordered 100. And then Blade Binge ordered 150, I think. Or was it 200? I think it was 150. TPK has 100. White Mountain Knives has 100. Or maybe, is it 150? I don't know. 100. And then we have 100 each of Purple Satin, so Purple Nurple, and Wakanda Forever. So that's the Saloon situation right now. What is it? 12:14? Maybe I should wrap this up. Yeah. Have an O knife freeze too with copper scales. Oh, okay. Okay. It's nice. Nice. You guys want to do a giveaway? You want me to give away some stuff? I got some stuff here. Actually, I have 2 that they don't have boxes, so maybe it'd be good to give them away. God damn, this knife is sick, dude. I'm not giving this away, but if you guys haven't looked into the Cornerstone yet, man, you should really check it out. This is the last knife I paid for. It was $350. These fuckers aren't cheap, man. But does a bear shit in the wood? Oh, do I shit in the wood? That's funny. $350. But guys, like I said, pretty much everything I review is sent into the channel, right? After years of spending absurd amount of money on knives, you do get lucky, I guess you could call it, and people start sending you stuff. I guess it depends on the situation or the person, but that's my scenario, and that's awesome. And I try to pay it forward by passing them all around. But so I don't buy knives very often, is what I'm saying, which seems odd because I run a knife channel. But this one I had to buy, and I already fucking had one that they sent me, and I passed it around. And I had to have another one so that I didn't not have one around. That's how much I love this fucking knife. So I guess I'm just trying to say you should check it out if you haven't. That's the Numb Knife Works Cornerstone. Real quick, I'm going to give you a rundown of the stuff I have on the table right now. This is another one that's sick. This is actually from Freight and Lock. So that company we were looking at, Safe and Lock Store, same thing. They have two names. Sometimes I don't understand that, but Freight and Lock, they have that interesting saloon that I mentioned. This is their exclusive, like it's their first in-house design. It's designed by Ed, who is, I don't know the relationship, but I think Hope is the owner. I know that. And then Ed is like an employee at Freight and Lock. I'm pretty sure he like helps run the place. And he designed this. And it's their first exclusive knife. And I thought it was a goofy looking motherfucker and a little too out there. But when I actually handled this thing, it's fucking amazing. This knife is sick. Like, I don't know what it is, but it works. It's great. So this is one I would recommend you guys look into. Check out other videos. I don't know if anybody else has done a video yet. I might have been the first one, but if there are more or when there are more, definitely see what other people say. But I'm telling you, people are going to like this knife. It is super cool. It's unique, and it's actually super solid. It's ergonomic as fuck, too. It's got a real poon spoon. Look at that. Like a legit spoon. Really nice choil. It's got these octagon studs. And, they're not gimmicky. They actually fucking work. Like, they work really well. It's interesting. Great front flipper on it. You can roll back it really well. The reach around's a little bit tough because the flipper tab, it's jimped well. It just doesn't come up and over. So it's a little bit sharp there. So you just don't want to miss it. If you miss it, it gonna hurt. But if you get it, it works. See, I'm always hitting my fingers. And I'm afraid to hold it up because I'm going to drop it on the MacBook. And I'm trying not to break this one right away. But I love it. I don't think anyone's going to claim that one's copying anything else. Exactly. It's unique. And I think that's cool. But that was kind of my point about that dagger, Jesse. That knife is incredibly unique, in my opinion. So it's just kind of insane that there's another knife that looks exactly like it. But yeah, I really like this. And the coolest thing about this knife is it's thin as fuck. If you watch my video today, I measured it behind the edge. It comes in at 9 thousandths behind the edge. And that is not like a fuck up on my calipers. 9 thousandths. It is that thin. It is like fucking razor thin. Because it's got thin stock and a really, really nice hollow grind. These companies are getting better and better at hollow grinds. I really love that. Back to work. Smash the like button. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you, man. Hutch Clutch says, so the Numb Cornerstone already dropped? I didn't think it was out yet. Yeah, it dropped, dude. Like at the beginning of November or October. I forget. One or the other. Fuck yeah, dude. It's sick. I don't know if they're still available. We can check. Numbknives.com. Dropping November 1st. Yeah, they're sold out, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. Nick killed it. Sorry. Yeah, they're sold out. I don't know if Blade HQ has any. They had some. Cornerstone. They're probably gone. Yep, they're all gone too. Jesus. That's awesome. I mean, it sucks for you, but it's awesome because he put a lot of work into that. I'm really happy for him that those sold out. That's sick. I got one of the last ones Blade HQ had. Okay. He was sold out on day 3. Yeah, I thought they would go fast. I mean, it's a really cool knife. And a lot of people were hyping it up too, but legitimately hyping it up. Not because it was just marketing. Like, it's really that cool. I'll have to try to find one somewhere. I wanted one. Yeah, you got to check check Blade Binge. There might be some on secondary, or maybe somebody like there are people who don't like it, like Jason from Knife Dope. I think he got the one in my pass around, or maybe he got one somewhere else, and he said he didn't like it at all, which is amazing because he loves crossbar locks. And I'm like, how do you not love this knife? It's fucking incredible. I will say, if you don't know how to flick, like, I handed this to a buddy at a gun show, a local buddy, Chris, and he thought the detent was soft. And I was like, are we handling the same knife? Because when I flick this, it fucking guns out. Like, and I'm not the guy who, like, I'm not like Knife Dope, who's got fucking finger cannons, who he could flick something with no detent, right? I'm pretty skeptical on detents. And what he was doing is he was like going to the bottom of the hole and he was flicking it like outward like this, doing this. And then thinking the detent was like soft. But in my opinion, what you should do is put your finger, like, slide it up the hole, so she said, and then fire it straight up. And it feels fucking crisp as hell. So there might be people out there who just don't know how to flick a knife or to be nice about it, who flick differently than I do and didn't like it. So you could probably find one. But I'm telling you, flick it straight up. You'll be happy you did. And I've handled at least 2 now, production ones, and they felt identical because there's springs in there that basically control how the detent feels. It doesn't feel like a spring lock, but the springs push the detent wings in. And as long as you use the same springs, you're going to get the same detent. There's no lock bar that has to be set to tension where every detent feels different. Unfortunately, that is a downside. S90V probably shouldn't be too thin. The Predator is about perfect for that steel. The thinness of the grind, I mean, Predator. What's the Predator? This one's in LMAX, actually, Paul. This is the one I said was stupid thin. It's in LMAX. I don't know if that makes a difference. I think it is a little bit tougher, right? But yeah, I mean, look at this, dude. Internal relief cut, internally mounted steel insert, internally mounted clip. Just, I don't know. It's really cool. And they're going to have lefties. So if you're left-handed, they're going to make these because they're used Riot. I've been telling everybody that uses Riot, I've been telling them just order like 5 of each version. That's all you need. And you'll make lefties happy. And Riot will do it, and it won't cost you more for the knives. You'll just get lefties. And it seems like people are starting to do it, and that's a fucking beautiful thing. Nick's story on how he created that knife is crazy cool. Hell yeah, Donald. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, time does fly. I got a thing the other day from YouTube that I've been on here 5 years now. That's kind of crazy. My Predator. Okay, gotcha. Well, I didn't know that, sir. You got to send me one of your knives to check out, dude. I would be happy to check it out. Dude, Carco. I haven't heard from Carco in forever. Good dude. Good dude. Oh, you'll build lefties. That's cool. Shit. I spend all my money on guns right now, so I can't afford one of your customs. But if you have one laying around you want to send, I'll send it back. But I'd be happy to check out your stuff. He bought a CNC machine on Amazon in the beginning phases of the design. Yeah, he bought one and he was making them out of like G10 and shit to make sure it worked. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He sent me and Colin like fucking garage level custom knives. It was pretty epic, actually. Senior guns and camp. Yeah, but see, that's where my money's going. That's where my money's going. Can't afford. Yeah. Okay, sure. I don't want to right now. That's fair. That's fair. All right. I said I would give away shit, didn't I? Hold on. Sorry. I get distracted so easily. Oh, wait. No, I was going to show you what was on my table first. Remember? All right. So I showed you the Extrovert. Fantastic. I showed you, I think I showed it to you, sort of. This is the Chimera, Urban EDC Chimera. It's a TW Price design. And it's fucking fabulous, minus the clip clearance. I love the look of the clip. Look at that clip, dude. It looks like a Greek short sword or a Roman gladius. Doesn't that clip look absolutely fucking sexy? Oh my God. Makes me want to watch Gladiator. But yeah, great front flipper, jimped properly, great sheep's foot blade, great action. Again, Riot OEM, great hollow grind. There's a lot to love on this knife. One downside, this clearance. That's it. That's the only downside. It would bug me though, to be honest. It does bug me. But I don't think it would bug everybody. And I do wish it had a backspacer instead of the standoff, but that's kind of a TW Price thing. And then I have a Kubi here. I don't know the name of it. It's like the 421 or something. It's actually pretty cool looking. It's got a hole. It's got studs. It's got a really nice hollow grind. And it's made out of a steel called M2. It's a tool steel, I guess, and it's a Sanmai. So if you look at the blade, you can see the line right here. You see the shadow line? So it's actually a Sanmai. So below that line is the M2. Above it is the stainless, whatever they use to jacket it. And you can see it on the spine too. You see that line down the center? That's the M2. And then the sides are a stainless steel to jacket it. I guess it's not stainless, whatever it is. No idea on the hardness. I don't know anything about it, but it's called M2. I'm assuming it's like a not as good M4, but probably still really interesting. Maybe good edge retention, but not very tough or stainless. That would be my guess. But this knife in general is actually not bad. It's on washers, I'm pretty sure. But like I can flick it out. It doesn't like shake closed or anything, but you can flick it out. I think it would break in though. I mean, you can see if I fling it. But I actually like this design. Oops. It's lightweight too. Very lightweight. I think it weighs, I think I weighed it in the video I filmed tonight. It'll be up tomorrow. I think it was 2.7 ounces or something. So it's very nice. And then I have a knife from Olatons. Yeah, the Xandros is really nice, Hutch. That's one you got in time because those sold out quick. I made a video on those and then they were gone like literally that day. I think I made the video though a little bit after they released them, so I don't know how many were left at that point. This is their Lemon Shark, I think it's called. It's in 10 CR, but it's $45. I mean, the price point here is good, and it feels like a Kubi knife. So I don't know if they're an offshoot of Kubi like Geeone knife is. You know, these brands, they always have offshoots because they get so big, and then I guess people leave and start another small company, and then they try to grow that. And I don't know, I'm sure it's some process that they have, part of the communist culture or whatever. But Olatons, $45. It's pretty cool. I'm thinking of starting a micro channel. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But anyway, this is pretty cool. So that's the stuff I happen to have on my table right now. And I just opened this one during the live, the Saker Falcon. This thing's sick. D10 is sick on this. I just wish it wasn't lightning anno. And I wish it was camo carbon and not faux carbon or whatever they use. Fake ass shit. But otherwise, they really did a good job with that. Okay, so anyway, the knives I was going to give away because those were not the knives. Sorry. These two don't have boxes. They came back from pass around, and you know, I kind of pile up everything on my shelving thing over here, and once it gets full, I do a whatnot sale. I just sell it all for dirt cheap, and it's starting to get full over there. But I don't know. I figure these, instead of trying to sell them without boxes, I'll just give them away. Hopefully, you guys are cool with that. This one is Concept Vivid, I believe it's called. This is a fuck. Why can't I think of his name? It's Jacob Lundquist, but Kvist. That's right. Kvist Blade Works. It's got the polished DLC. I can't remember if this is a prototype. I know he sent me some prototypes to check out, and I passed them around, but they may have sent me a production one too. It seems more like a production one, to be honest. I think it is because the clip is reversible, and I kind of remember him saying it wasn't going to be, or it wasn't on the prototype.
Very light spring in here, but still somehow very flickable. It's a weird one. But you got your clutch lock or whatever. Oh no, it's concept, so it's just a crossbar lock. But anyway, mirror polish, DLC, S35, and then you have purple haze, fat carbon. So we'll give away this one. And then we have a big ass concept. This one's the Leviathan. Hold on, let me try that again. My hand was like slipping because I don't have a clip to grab on the left hand. There you go. Look at this thing. I think this is from Is it Warhawk Knives? Seems like something that guy would design. Yep, Warhawk Knives. Leviathan. Look at this beast, dude. Here's the Vivid. I mean, shit. Let's see how it compares to the Growler XL. You ain't stepping on the Growler, bro. Ain't stepping on the Growler. Oh, shit. It might be a battle royale over here. Huh? You talking shit, Growler? You talking shit? You ain't big, dog. You think you big shit because you 4 inches now, motherfucker? Yeah, I'm 4 inches. Yeah, I'm bigger than your tiny dick. Leviathan. Yeah, well, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. And then 2 hours later. What you say, motherfucker? We're going to get your ass now. That's right. Growler is on top. Don't fuck with my 4 inches of flaccidness. All right, sorry. Clearly, I need to go to sleep. All right, we got the Leviathan. Let me figure out how to do this. We'll do the StreamYard giveaway, John Peace. StreamYard giveaway page. There we go. Let's talk. All right. Hashtag. All right. We're going to do hashtag laser nostrils. Where's my little thing? I set this up, right? Yeah, that works. There you go. Hashtag laser nostrils. And we'll do the Leviathan first. And then we'll do the Vivid. I'll come up with another one for that. Maybe I'll do the correct wording for the next one. Freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Just want sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Dude, how about that's such a classic. Austin Powers. Funny thing is, I still use quotes from those movies all the time. Like every time my 1-year-old like grabs some shit he shouldn't, which is literally all the time. I'll just be like, "How about no, Scott?" And my wife always cracks up because it's fucking hilarious. Dude, Seth Green and Austin Powers, fucking epic. I need to watch it. I haven't seen it in so long. Because I saw it like 8 million times when I was younger. That's all right, Steve. None of us can type. I mean, shit, I tried to type ghost and I wrote nostrils. I'm not even sure how that happens. It's a weird typo. All right, you guys good? I want to go to sleep up in here. 43 entries. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Where's the damn second hands at? It's not working. Too bad. All right. I'm going to pull the winner on this one. 44 entries. Here we go. This is for the Leviathan. Watang. Nobody listens to Eric. Hell yeah. Dude, didn't you win like last time? That's awesome. All right. I'll just put it in my phone with the other ones I did with the drivers. Nobody listens. Dude, you just won, didn't you? I don't know. I feel like you did recently. Leviathan. You got that lucky streak, boy. Yeah, you got robbed, Kev. Your name hung up there for a minute, dude. I was like, oh shit, Kevin. And I was like, nope. That's why people hate this StreamYard giveaway tool, I think. And they always say, like, it doesn't show all the names. It's not really working. It just doesn't show every name. It can't go through all the stuff. I'm pretty sure it's random because it's fucking random. Nobody knows who's gonna win. I want a titanium pen on whatnot. What? You bought one from me? You definitely didn't win it. Oh wait, maybe you did. If it was a give, yeah, I did do giveaways on there. You're right. Okay, that's it then. Got it. Cool. Sorry, it took me a minute there to figure. At my expense, y'all are dirty and sad creatures. I love it. Oh boy. All right. Let's go back. Come up with something else. All right. Hashtag. Shit. That's too long. I was gonna say sharks with laser beams. Is it? Wait, what is it? Is it laser ghost knives or? Yes. Okay. Some reason I thought it was laser or ghost with laser ghost knives. There we go. You guys got to do a little work. All right. You got to be able to spell here. Yeah, he's a good sport. That's why I'm going to make it right. I'm going to make it right here. Guys, check out Laser Ghost Knives. Damn it. Yes, Todd. Fuck. I should have done Achu Knives. Hold on. I'm going to change it. Hey, we haven't had the stream fucking shut down in a while. That's kind of nice. Might be what I fucking pay for. This shit costs $50 a month for StreamYard Premium or whatever the fuck I have. Of course, I split it with bees, so it's only $25, but that's still a lot of money for me to get fucking kicked off all the time. But it seems like once I switched to this camera, it started working fine, other than that weird loading thing, but that wasn't the same thing, right? I don't know. I wish I had premium ads. Well, you have ads on your StreamYard? Are you talking about YouTube? Yeah, YouTube I have. You got, dude, if you're going to pay for any subscription, it should be YouTube Premium. Or is it Red? What's it called? I forget. But like I'm on YouTube all the time, you know. So, it's probably my most watched thing, whether it's Netflix or HBO Max or whatever. I barely watch any of those. I'm on YouTube all the time. So to me, it's worth the $20. Don't forget the censorship. We likes it. Unfortunately, none of those other apps or programs or whatever they're called, sites, none of those have taken off. Like everybody was like, go to Rumble. But dude, I looked at Rumble a couple of weeks ago. It's fucking horrible. Rumble is like the worst to navigate. Like maybe it's because I'm so used to YouTube, but I don't know. It wasn't even close to the same experience. Yeah. What? Did it do that? Media pirates. Yeah, Rumble blows. No. Level on up. I do not have a code. Sorry. Yeah, some of the dealers don't have codes or anything. Some of them do, like White Mountain does. I think Blade Binge might use the yeah, they use the codes for the Divo drops. I don't know if you're talking about for a Divo, but White Mountain, I think TPK does usually, right? They're doing it on the Lush, I know that. And like Blade City, I don't think they do codes. I've never even asked, you know. But yeah, I don't think Freudenlock does either. Urban EDC definitely doesn't. Urban Cutlery does. Lefty 10 will work over there. But I think just on Divos, maybe. The MASH, dude, I feel like we're constantly in a state of like updating things on it. I think it's supposed to come out early next year. The Vosteed one with the top liner lock, the nipple, that one's supposed to be done, they said, at the end of January, like Chinese New Year time. So, oh yeah, let me pull this winner. Jesus, Kev. Laser ghost knife. Friggin' laser beams attached to their heads. Who does number 2 work for? Jesse! What's up, dude? Jesse! Hey, Jesse, do you want this thing back? While we're talking about it, I have not used this or thought about this in years. I pull it out. That's what she said. He said every once in a while, like to show it, but I've never actually like cared to use it. It's just not for me, I guess. You were like really into this thing and you traded it to me. Well, maybe you weren't. Maybe you were just selling it, but I think we traded for something. So if you want it back, let me know. I'll send it to you with the Concept Vivid. You can have it back because I'm not using it. So I would rather you have it back if you'll use it. Where's the knife you want? Oh, here it is. If you don't want it, sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll send it back, dude. I think that makes the most sense. And here's the knife you won, just so you know. I'll get my fingerprints or whoever's those are off of there. Again, neither of these have a box. I'll try, I'll package it safely, obviously. I'll find something or I don't know. I'll figure it out. But cool. Let me put this here. Jesse Adams. Vivid and I don't even remember what that thing's called, dude. Vivid and utility knife thingy. But it's left-handed, so it's pretty cool that it has that feature. And it works pretty well. Giltech, that's right. Ruck, right? Giltech Ruck. I remember, dude, you were selling this thing hard. And you would think this would be something I would use because, I obviously open packages all the time. It's like perfect instead of, where's my binge instead of using this. But that's why this is so good because it's basically just a fucking razor blade. And you just... Yep. Yes, you are correct. Giltech Rook. I had a couple back then. See, there you go. Now you probably don't have any, so now you're gonna have one. Perfect. All right. What did you say? I'm still waiting on. Oh, dude. You should talk to. Dylan. What is it? Knife addict Dylan or tool addict Dylan. He went on a whole rant with me about Chicago Knife Works. He said they are the worst and their customer service is garbage. And he was waiting for them to ship something too. And it was like, I don't know. He really was pissed at them. I forget the whole story, but it had to do with taking forever to ship something. So maybe talk to him because it's possible that they were, they were just stringing them along or something. So hopefully that's not the case with you, sir. Oh, he says every time is 7 to 12 days. Okay, so it just takes forever. Yeah, that happens a lot in the gun world. Like I order shit and then I swear I have to email and be like, "Hey, are you going to ship this?" And it's like I'm not like a super impatient person. Like I am in normal circumstances, but like with ordering stuff, I'm not because I've just gotten so used to it with Divo stuff. Like I order and then I just wait forever. Like it's fine. I kind of like the anticipation more than I like this thing I got, if you know what I mean. And yeah, but I feel like with gun stuff, I order stuff and then it's like 2 weeks later and I'm like, did that thing ever ship? I never got that. And then I'll shoot them an email like, hey, just, no rush, but I'm just curious if you're going to ship this because I just like, it's hard to explain, but like, I'm not being impatient. I just want to make sure that I'm going to get it at some point. Like, I always feel like maybe they just forgot my order, And then usually it's like blah, blah, blah excuse, right? And then we'll ship it, right away. Or they'll tell me when they're going to ship it. And it's still like, those are coming back from DLC or whatever. And it's like, well, why the fuck are they on your website? Like, why are you selling shit that just went out to fucking coding? Like, just wait till you have the thing and sell it. That's why I don't like pre-orders. That's why we don't want to do them anymore. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Nah, I'm not going to Texas, at least not that I know of. Colin is, he's going to, his wife is going to have their baby in March or something like that. Oh, shit. Maybe I don't know if anybody knows that. Maybe I just spilled the beans. My bad, Colin. But yeah. Gonna have a little gonna have another little Divo baby running around, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they suck apparently. There is an anticipation pleasure curve? Yes, for sure there is. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. Oh, if you want anything, shoot me an email, leftyedc88@gmail.com. If you were one of the people picking up a screwdriver, definitely make sure you send me the email so I have it. I'll probably work on all this stuff in the morning or tomorrow. I'll deal with all of this. So keep an eye out for emails from me tomorrow. Probably not going to be tonight. And yeah, I love you guys. Oh, one thing I want to do was make sure I didn't miss any chat. So member for 32 months. Hell yeah, dude. Lefty Ballsack. I love how it just says that instead of showing it. Chef Rocky, sorry I missed that. 40 months. Love to you and yours. Hell yeah, dude. Chef Rocky, fuck yeah. Lazy boy says getting close to, I'm not sure, 19 months. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. And I got this one right. Yep, that was the ball sack. Almost 3 years for Jesse. Hey, and then he won later. Sick. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. And Ed Harrison. Almost 2 years. Whoop, whoop. Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you. Thank you all. And sorry I missed those earlier. I just want to make sure I grabbed those. Appreciate all you guys. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day. Peace.